Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome to another MMO Anthropology. I'm bringing you into the strange and wonderful land of Guild Wars 2, and it's the Halloween event for 2015, and in honor of the spirit of Halloween, we'll be running around as a spirit. In my case, I'm going to be working as a ghost. Now, problematically, the ghost effect doesn't last very long, so I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Basically, during Halloween, the Mad King, who is an ancient, murderous majesty of Tyrian past, who killed many of his wives and a lot of his staff, has re-emerged into the world of Guild Wars 2 and affected the main city of Lion's Arch by, well, covering it in Halloween decorations. One of the most prominent that people will probably recognize is the candy corn, which is everywhere. As you can see, we've got candy corn littering almost everything. The reason for the candy corn is not just about the Mad King, but about the Mad King's son, who is known as Edric the Bloody. Edric the Bloody is known as Bloody Prince Edric, who, because of the fact that he kind of went on a rampage after being driven insane by his otherwise, well, ridiculously abusive father, the Mad King. Interestingly enough, the Mad King has a secondary effect. Oh, this guy here is wearing a Mad King outfit. If you wanted to know what he looks like, this is actually what the Mad King looks like, except for he doesn't have the wings going on. The Mad King also visits us in this central area to tell really bad jokes in an event called Mad King Says. Not only does he tell terrible jokes, but he also plays a sort of Simon Says. If you do the appropriate things at the appropriate times, i.e. when the Mad King says, you do that action, you succeed. If you fail, you get knocked down and you lose his favor. If you do really well, you get to open up this chest and really nice stuff is in it. Now, back to Bloody Prince. The reason the candy corn is here is because it keeps the Bloody Prince away. And the reason why it does that is because the Mad King trapped the prince in a box, and he filled it with candy corn, and that was the only thing the prince had to eat until he ran out and died of starvation. As for other effects that have happened in Lion's Arch, we have a giant cauldron instead of the Mystic Forge, which is gorgeous and very similar to what happened last time. And since the last Lion's Arch was destroyed and rebuilt, we have a totally new area this year for the event. Here are the Halloween doors. These enter into various rooms. When you go into them, you should see my previous Mad King Halloween Guild Wars 2 video to understand the labyrinth and other effects. This is the entrance to the clock tower. The clock tower is basically a jumping puzzle. Here are various merchants who sell Mad King items. They are also ghosts, but good on them. And that is the subtotal of largely the aesthetic effect that has come over Lion's Arch. One of the things that I like in particular is the amount of costuming of the city that's been driven to. Tyrians also obviously do jack-o'-lanterns, since the head of the Mad King is a jack-o'-lantern. They have all the candy corn to keep the Bloody Prince away. They have scarecrows. I should get a good look at this guy. He is awesome, isn't he? One of the things that I would like to do is I'm going to go to the population of Tyria, Guild Wars 2 players themselves, to ask them what they've been doing this Halloween, and apparently my ghost effect faded out, so it's a good time for us to shift on and do some interviews. I'll see you over there. What is your favorite part of the Guild Wars 2 Halloween event?
All the candy corn and runs for candy corn.
Runs for candy corn. What do you mean?
Running around the labyrinth and gathering up all the candy corn, doing the events to get trick-or-treat bags, get more candy corn, and just hoarding all the candy corn.
I really like a lot of the decorations and just the activities, and they really got into the Halloween spirit.
Any events in particular?
Mostly I've been running around the maze because achievements, and playing Mad King Says is just hilarious.
I have to say either the Labyrinth or actually last year it was the Lunatic Inquisition.
And that changed this year because Lunatic Inquisition isn't available, right?
Right. Yeah, I was really disappointed by that. But since it's still part of the Halloween events, I mean, what's really weird is that the Boatmaster even says, "Would you like to go to the Lunatic Inquisition?" And it doesn't give you the option. So I think they're just retooling it for some reason. Because I know that they made a lot of changes to the core game mechanics, and that's one of the reasons why Super Adventure Box isn't available. But that was definitely one of my favorite parts of it.
Did you buy anything with Halloween currency, or did you buy anything Halloween related?
Oh, I definitely splurged this year. I kind of went with the Mad King's outfit, and this outfit right here, the Witch's outfit, definitely put a hole in my pocket, but it's worth it.
Can you show off what the Witch's outfit can do?
Oh, of course, I can. It's quite amusing, actually.
Oh, what a world, what a world.
And then, of course, everybody's favorite, really.
I know a Norn who made his legend by belching the alphabet.
Oh dear, the Mad King jokes.
Yes.
Not yet. I've been keeping an eye on a few things, but more than anything, I really want those amazing shoulders that everybody else wants, but nobody can get. So I don't know if I'm actually going to spend anything, or if I'm going to try and sell things and see if I can get the parts that I need for that instead. So.
I did actually. I bought the Shackles of Badness skin. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough time to farm all the candy corn that's needed for it. So what I did was I kind of cheated and I just bought the cobbled candy corn off of the trading post.
And I'll be showing that off shortly. What's the scariest thing that happened to you during this event?
I think being run over by the Lich in the Labyrinth kind of qualifies as high tier right there. That was terrifying. Being unprepared for that.
So it just came over and stomped you and then walked away laughing?
Yeah,
Bones jingling all the way?
Ran over me like a truck. It hurt.
Scariest thing? I don't know if I don't actually scare very easily, although I do like haunted houses and stuff. I'll play along and stuff because, well, it's fun, but, something that was kind of annoying was, late last night, I guess everybody was still out partying or something, and nobody came home and went into the game because the maze was pretty much empty, and every single time we tried to knock on a door, the labyrinthine horror would come and jump us and kill us.
Actually, I'd say that is kind of scary.
I suppose.
Probably whenever I was playing Lunatic Inquisition and I was within like the last 30 seconds of winning, and then someone found me. That was really, I was, clenching my teeth hoping, like, please don't mind me. And they did, unfortunately.
For anyone who's interested in knowing how to turn into a ghost in Guild Wars 2 like I just did, I'm standing in front of one of the candy corn vendors, and you have to have one candy corn cob to get this recipe. It's for chefs. To make a candy corn cob, you need 1,000 candy corn. And you buy this, the Strawberry Ghost. It won't turn you into a ghost every single time, as you can see. But you make enough of these, and you eat enough, and eventually you will be turned into a ghost. So either give it to your favorite chef friend to have them make a bunch for you, or make a bunch yourself. I figured since I'm already in the merchants area, I'm showing off the sort of items that you can get during Halloween in the Guild Wars 2. I give you an idea of some of the things that you can buy. Now that you know that it takes 1,000 candy corn to get a single cob, you know a little bit about the expense of buying each of these items. So there's this thing here called the Essence of Halloween, which 3 stacks of this with a whole bunch of thick leather will create 1 Essence of Halloween at 3 stacks of 250 cured leather, which is 750 cured leather, will give you a Mystic Chest. There's a lot of nice things that come out of Mystic Chests, including the ability to make portals to the main cities, although it takes a lot of RNG, so your chances are you'll be spending lots of candy corn cobs in order to get these. Then there's the Hexed outfit, which I think is basically a witch's outfit with a set of toys. The Halloween Pail. This is bar none, one of the cheapest 20-slot bags in the entire game. In fact, this is why I run around in the Mad King's Labyrinth and I collect candy corn. It's because with 3,000 candy corn, 20-slot bag, easy peasy. Here's the mini husk-a-lantern. Basically, it's a mortem husk with a jack-o'-lantern head. The gifted candy corn for 5,000 candy corns gives you your own candy corn node in your home instance. The Shackles of Madness skin basically looks like a pair of manacles with a tiny little set of chain links on them. A mini candy corn elemental, which I have. If you've seen candy corn elementals in the previous live stream video on Guild Wars 2 Halloween, you'll know what those are. The mini Ghost Carlotta 9000 now is a little spider, ghostly spider. Mini Bloody Prince Thorn, and that's the Bloody Prince, the son of the Mad King. Mini Zuzu Cat of Darkness is an adorable little black and white tuxedo cat wearing a red ribbon. And finally, the most expensive at 100,000 candy corn, or 100 candy corn cobs that is Mini Gwynifred, who is a tiny little dog spirit that follows you around. I don't think I'm ever going to have that much candy corn. But here you go. Here's a good list of the fun little Halloween-related stuff that you get if you run enough of the Mad King stuff, pick up enough candy corn, and I'll see you around the bend. Alright, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for coming along to this MMO Anthropology Halloween edition for Guild Wars 2 2015. That's it. And remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, or you too might be locked in a box with just candy corn. Good night and good dreams, everybody.
Do you play online games? Do you have Skype? Then we'd love to interview you on Massive Online Anthropology. Join the fascinating thousands who've spoken about their online gaming experience and be the envy of all your friends. Or at least get the MMO Anthropology Geek Merit Badge. Sorry, no t-shirt. See you then!
Just
I'm
remember,
recording.
he gets a lot taller.
Oh, I know. Grant doing the Carlton, everybody. Thanks. Thank you.
No problem.